So the Akaash situation and his wife, they went on flagrant. When I tell you, I watched it the first time and it was absolutely cringeworthy. It was so cringe. So I said, you know what? Okay, let me make a reaction video on it. And I watched it the second time. And when I tell you, it was so painful. It was so painful to get through. Just the deflection, just them laughing off everything, like what he's saying is a joke, what she's saying is a joke, which is absolutely embarrassing. Them doing that whole podcast did absolutely nothing for the situation. In fact, if anything, it made it worse. The only good thing that came from that podcast was probably views, probably advertisements. I know they made a bag off of that video because they were carrying on in the antics and the jokes. Everybody was waiting for this. Everybody was waiting for this. Like they even said in the podcast, oh, people that like are outside of different family, they was contacting us, asking us, oh, what's going on? What's going on with Akaash and his wife and why is she doing this and blah, 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 blah. One thing Akaash did do that was very fitting was naming his trash special that he did a year ago, Gaslit, because that was the whole thing that was happening in this on this podcast. They gaslit their audience, and what's her name? Jesseline. I tried to give Jesseline the benefit of the doubt. I just can't. She's just a joke too. I mean, honestly, both of them are jokes, and they don't take their marriage seriously. The fact that they would allow someone to make a that betting thing, that Kalashi thing. First of all, betting on your marriage, on are they going to get a divorce? Are they going to are they going to stay together? Their marriage is an absolute joke. Akaash has no leadership over his household. Akaash is a very, very, very insecure man. And I'm not saying that just to bash him, but he truly married a reflection of his inner thoughts. Truly. The fact that they've been together for 10 years and this is all just coming out now is very shocking. And I don't know how. I still stand on the fact on what I said in my last video that I think she did reach like a boiling point. But girl, if you're going to say all these things and you want to, act as a comedian or whatever, just stand on it. Don't go on a podcast now and say, "Oh, I didn't know what he meant. I don't know. I wasn't sure. I didn't know popping my pussy meant blah, blah, blah. I didn't know a roster." Girl, you're a 31-year-old woman. Stop with the games. If you even go and you ask a 19-year-old girl, like, oh, what is this? What is this? Oh, that means blah, 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 blah. No, you sat up there and you lied and you just gaslit because you wanted to be seen as a victim. No, you know what you were doing. Okay, just admit, girl, you don't like the jokes. Just admit that you don't think the jokes about you and your husband's stand-up is funny. Just stand on it. That's it. So in this video, I'm just going to be I have a few clips that really stood out to me and that I want to react to. The first point I really want to show is just how disgustingly they talk about each other.
Also, like in terms of the gold digging.
Yeah.
Like
serious.
Do you consider yourself a good gold digger?
Yeah. Because I invested low and waited for it to go high.
Like Akaash with Bitcoin.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like
she bought much lower than I did. she bought at the bottom, dude. She could not have bought lower.
That is something that
shot.
Yeah.
It's brown sugar, ghee, and flour, like mixed together.
Yeah. She's actually made it, non-cooking ass bitch.
You could make that?
Keema.
Yeah.
Really? This useless bitch.
Which is like Punjabi brown meat.
You can't say this with all due respect, please.
You gotta say with all due respect.
Well,
I guess it's your wife.
I thought the internet was right about everything.
No.
Gold digging, a horrible woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't care what you say. Words have power. The fact that they keep taking little jabs at each other shows how they truly feel. I'm not no finance baker. I'm not the best with stocks and everything. I'm not the best with money. I would never say, "Oh yeah, he was low. I invested low and I went high." Like, girl, like at this point, just say like, I don't care. Like, I don't care about him like that anymore. Like, just throughout the whole podcast, she was just saying, "Oh, I don't care about his birthday. I don't want to take care of him when he's sick. I don't care. Yada yada yada." Girl, just say you're not attracted to your husband at this point. Just say you're not attracted to your husband. And then also he too, he loved like getting a little jabs in there and trying to get his lick back and everything like that. And it's like, you're a 40-year-old man. Why are you acting like a 20-year-old essentially frat boy? Like,
Settle something for the internet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you kiss Akaash right now?
Oh, I don't even know if I want to see
On
it.
the lips.
Okay,
Prove
go.
everybody
Bring that
wrong.
ass over here.
But it's gonna mess like
Bring that ass over here. Bring that ass over here.
My dude, right? Son.
It was overstimulating.
you're trying to one up your wife. I just don't get it. And then they tried to the whole time they tried to mask it as jokes, and it's just not funny. It just comes off as very, 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 very cringe. My next point that I want to get into, fucking kisses. Now, this one I was not aware of. I didn't even peep that every time. I didn't even see it as a big thing, but the compilation videos, I didn't realize how much she ducks this man's kiss.
That was those.
Yeah.
Listen,
These
and-
ones piss me off.
that
Yeah,
I'm
no,
guilty of. I'm
These
guilty
ones
of
pissed
that.
me
Yeah,
off,
yeah.
and I didn't like it one bit, and I need you to explain yourself immediately.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we need
so,
to know.
Honestly, I
Also,
didn't,
can I just say that
Yeah.
I would watch the videos and I would die laughing. As a friend who loves him, I would die laughing because
No.
they edit it so perfectly where like he's going in and then it just right at the last minute. But he's already got his lips pursed, so he gotta commit to the kiss.
Yes.
We gotta check out the Shifty edit right there.
That might have been
that
Shifty.
might- yeah,
Shifty
no.
might have been editing those.
Shifty
Chef?
made it.
Shifty.
Yeah. Chef.
Anyway,
Those piss
okay.
me off.
So tell us about the duck. Do you always duck his kisses when there are not people around?
No, not when there aren't people around, just when there are people around. And I never even
That's
knew.
worse.
I didn't
Explain
know.
yourself.
I didn't know that I
Tell
did
us
that.
why.
I didn't know that I did that, so I really sat and thought about it. So I think it's a few things. I think it's like,
You really sat and thought about
yeah,
it.
because I was like, okay, maybe it's like the repressed Indian girl thing where it's like I get a little bashful, I do get a little shy, despite what the internet thinks.
Most Indians do. I'm the exception.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
give a
I
fuck.
also get overstimulated because Akash does it a lot.
A little bit overstimulating for you.
Yeah, it like regulates him, but it kind of overstimulates me. And like the videos people have seen are like the proposal videos, they're like already overstimulating.
Okay, so here's the thing that I think is like very I think the relatable thing is not wanting to make out with your partner in front of your entire family.
Yes.
But most people just do it because they're like, oh, I don't want my partner to feel embarrassed in this moment, even though they're like, ugh.
And even when they were talking about it, she was like, I get overstimulated and it's too much and blah, blah, blah. Okay, I understand. You might not be someone who wants physical affection, but why would you want to publicly, well, it doesn't matter. The cat's out the bag. They already love publicly humiliating each other. But in this sense, if you have somebody that you really care about, you're not going to want to make them look crazy by like ducking their kiss. Like, because then people around you going to be like, oh, well, you know, is she really attracted to him? Like, does she really like him like that? I don't think she's attracted to her husband. I really don't think she's attracted to her husband. I think that Akaash tries and tries, but the attraction is gone. The attraction is gone. And me watching that video and just her other TikToks, you know, it's just all starting to make sense now. The TikToks, her coming on the podcast. Instead of husband and wife, they give brother and sister. I really had to, that really was coming up for me. I said, are they a couple or are they brother and sister? Now, I don't know. It just seems, their dynamic just seems off. And you could tell by Akaash's body language. You could just see by his hands clenching, like this. Akaash is very uncomfortable. He's like, oh my God, I pray she doesn't say anything that, makes me look even worse. And then he's always trying to play it. Oh, I don't care. It's cool. Like, it's funny. I don't take her seriously. Yes, you do. You can tell me your body language. You're scared. You are scared that she's going to say something that's going to embarrass you and put you even in a worse light than she already did. But I will say too, I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but you can go on stage and talk about all this stuff. Hey, fair game, right? They literally have no boundaries, and it's just really, just watching the video again, it just is making my skin crawl. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
I have no sympathy for Justine. I tried to play devil's advocate. I tried to understand maybe where she was coming from. Like, yeah, she plays victim, and I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt, because I watched his stand-up and everything like that, or whatever. I will say, Akaash is not funny, but Schultz is funny. I'm not gonna lie. Schultz had me cracking up. Schultz just says whatever the hell he wants. Like, at the end of the podcast, he had this story about, like, he pooped on himself, and I'm like, oh my God, like, why would you share that? But I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of funny. And this is why I have absolutely no sympathy for Justine, because she is a perpetual victim. She goes on her main character podcast, which is terrible. And she talks about the Tinder guy allegedly sticking a finger up her butthole, right? Well, without her consent, allegedly. We'll say allegedly. I don't really think it happened, but whatever. Talks about it so candidly, so jokingly, like it doesn't bother her, right? But then she goes on the Flagrant podcast, and she says, I can't believe people were actually making fun of me because it was kind of traumatic.
The sore butthole story, because that was more kind of like an assault story, but I didn't want to label it as such because I didn't think it was super traumatizing, and I had already shared one.
Right.
And I feel like the internet has a quota for girls of like how many assault stories they could share, regardless of if it's true or not. Like, obviously, I didn't.
You think the internet would be like, oh, every story she tells us she's
that's
getting
why
assaulted.
I didn't want to do that. So I was like, oh, this happened. I didn't really say it's okay.
So what happened, if you don't mind saying?
Well, I mean, so I was living in San Francisco, working on
Definitely
my
a
internship.
butt thing would happen.
All around. So it's like, but I was like, okay, like, we'll kiss, whatever. I don't remember, honestly, I don't even remember too much, but I just remember him like trying to like sneak a finger, and I was like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
But like then the next day, like it was like kind of feeling sore, but it wouldn't. Like if it had been anything else, it would, that would have been a whole other story. It would have been like, it would have teared something.
Girl, why were you laughing about it then? Why did you take it as a joke? You can't expect people to be upset if you're not even upset. You had no sympathy when you were talking about your butthole story, your 2 butthole stories. And now you want to go on the podcast and cry victim? Girl, bye. Like, bye. You deserve all this hate, all the karma that you're getting. Play silly games, you win silly prizes. So I have no remorse for her. So the last 2 things I want to get into that really stood out to me was the orgies and the hand jobs.
That are kind of different from a lot of couples.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Apparently.
Like, bruh, the orgy thing was fucking, that shit was crazy. I even watched it and I was like, so break us down.
I need an explanation.
Has the orgy happened?
So, okay, no, it hasn't.
Okay,
No, I still only fuck one woman.
That's what I thought was that's what I thought was missing in the whole orgy combo is that he also gets to get some
Yeah.
side.
I could have doubled my body count.
Yeah. Now, would you have let him get some side in this hypothetical orgy?
Of course. Everyone should be included.
I think for a lot of people, myself included, like I saw that and I was like, why would she even joke around about that?
Yeah.
With Akaash there and like what was the what was the backstory to that?
Now looking back, like it's been pointed out to me and I get that. I feel like for us, I think I learned so much of my humor from Akaash, not to like justify it, but just to explain like, oh, if I say these absurd things, it's so funny because it's not who I actually am.
Right.
But I kind of forgot that like the internet doesn't know all these multi-dimensions of my personality. So they're just seeing this one thing.
At a body count, I would have been like, hey. Cut the. But because she doesn't, and I know how like innocent she actually is.
Oh, you are a virgin? That's real?
I wasn't a virgin until I met him, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, good to know.
Yeah.
And if she wasn't, that body count thing, I'd have been like, what are we doing here?
Right.
Because I would have been insecure about it.
Would feel insecure.
And I think stupidly, I was like, oh, it's an orgy, so it's all of us. It's not like talking.
Yeah, that is stupid.
Yeah.
As you can see in this clip, that she's talking about, oh, you know, it was a joke, and everybody's like, girl, what the hell were you talking about? Why are you openly saying you want to orgy with another man? Like, that's crazy. Which is, I think was the most shocking thing for everybody out of this whole thing. Talking about you wanting to have sex with another man in front of your husband. She was like, oh, you know, now looking back at it, you know, it was crazy. You know, at the time I shouldn't have did it, but I got my, I get my humor from my husband and blah, 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 blah. Girl, no, you know what you was trying to do? You was trying to hurt that man. You was trying to hurt that man. You was trying to embarrass that man because you're not attracted to him anymore. And I think all of this, if I had to guess, I think all of this was coming from repressed emotions that probably weren't being dealt with because her energy, she seems like the type of woman who likes attention from others. Obviously, attention from her husband is not enough. I mean, I seen a TikTok saying like he's not home, maybe he's not with her, but I don't even really think either she has outlets outside of social media to actually vent to actually talk to about some things that she's going through. This girl obviously has some like deep-rooted angry emotions towards her husband. That's the only explanation for this. And then and I know people were saying that it was like PR and stuff like that. I don't think that the level of cringe and the level of things that she was saying, I don't think that was PR. I think this was coming from an honest place somewhere in her heart where she was feeling, and she was like, okay, I'm gonna stick it to you, okay? I'm gonna hit you where it hurts. When you're another thing she said too, she was like, yeah, his balls stink. Girl, what? Why are you talking about your man's Oh my God. And then you're talking about it so publicly. How do you know he might have not been embarrassed? How do you know it might be a medical thing, that something he's struggling with? And you tell the world that your man's balls stink. I'm sorry. This whole situation is wild. This I'm like, I just want to be done with it. Like, I'm tired of seeing it on my timeline. I'm tired of the titles. But back to the orgies, right? This is the part that killed me. She's so overstimulated by kisses and everything like that, but you have no shame when it comes to talking openly about your sexual experiences. Something is not adding up. Well, we obviously know she's a liar. She's a liar. She lies. That's probably why she started the podcast, because she wants attention. And she'll seek attention from anywhere. I feel like she can get, anywhere she can get attention from, she will. She'll say anything, probably for shock value. And yeah, and then she was going on, she was saying, yeah, he can, after all the stuff I put him through, yeah, he can go out and get a hand job. Girl, yeah, clearly you're not attracted to your husband, because any woman would be like, hell no. This video, they seem more like frenemies, or like, you know, how brother and sisters bicker. I don't get any type of loving, any type of appreciation, of affection from her. I don't know. Hopefully they get past this, but I think the damage has been done. You could never erase this. This is a permanent mark on your husband's career. And it's really sad, and it's really gross and disgusting. I'm sorry, excuse me. It's really gross and disgusting to watch. About the hand jobs. The hand jobs were crazy. Just saying,
Like, I can't even cheat without her being there.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Too much quality time. Let's do something separately. You know what I mean?
But how come you can have a joke about outsourcing hand jobs and blow jobs?
But aren't you cool with the hand jobs?
Yeah.
You're cool with him just getting a hand job massage?
Totally.
Are you
Yeah, I know.
Yes. I've said that it's less work for me.
I don't.
Can you talk to our wives?
How pretty Wheezy is. And I was like, even then, I was like, no, the fuck. She's all talk. She's all bluster. That's why I haven't tested the hand job
Paper
thing.
tiger.
She's our dog. She's a yapping little dog behind a fence. Nothing's gonna happen. There's no bite. She's all bark, no bite.
So you would say that, but in reality, if he actually did go get it.
Okay, like, let me think about it. If you actually
think
did
about
go
it.
get it, yes, like, I think it would bother me like 30%, but I feel like 70% I'd be like, okay, whatever. I put you through a lot the past couple weeks. So.
Like he deserves it.
Yeah, I feel like I owe it to you.
I do kind of deserve it.
Yeah.
Yes. And we're going to be supporting
But you
that.
just
We
can't
are
be
so close
prettier
to
than
Chinatown.
Gonna do it.
Who could
I
be
know.
prettier than you? Wait, she can't be prettier than you.
Yeah, she just can't be
Yeah,
prettier than
yeah. I mean, yeah, that's not gonna. Yeah,
My
That's
justification
okay.
for the hand job is it's emotionless and it's
It's just like a little thing after a massage. Sure, okay.
yeah, that's great. I mean, I'm on
fine.
board.
Yeah.
High five.
Fire.
I also like the fact that it's just less work for you.
Yeah.
And I know your day is full of work.
your man can get other hand jobs. And then even at the end, he's joking like, oh, you know, where can I find somebody? Where can I find somebody? If it's to the point that you got to do that, honestly, she wasn't joking. I think she was dead serious. She even was like, you know, because it's just any other woman that's in a healthy relationship, if her man is coming to her saying, hey, can I get a hand job from the masseuse? Can I get a happy ending? That woman would curse him the hell out. Being like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why are you asking me to? No, this girl's like, listen, blatantly, she said this without saying, listen, I don't like to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it. So if you got to go somewhere else to do it, to take the load off of me, go right ahead. And she just used the excuse of, oh, I put you through a lot this week. Yeah, no, girl, you've been feeling that way. You don't want to have sex with him. You don't want to do things of that nature to your husband. And this is my last point. This is just my opinion. I could be wrong. She wanted to marry a white man. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. She wanted a white man. She probably wanted a white man. After 10 years of being together, the truth comes out. Thank God I don't have to ever watch that again. I will not be watching any more Akaash videos. I'm done. I can't take it. And again, this marriage is for the streets, okay? But that's it for today's video. Let me know what you think down below. And thank you for watching. Bye.